All right. Welcome everyone to the Kim Master Agency call. It feels weird not being on this for like 2 weeks with the memorial and Memorial Day, and then we just came back from my sister's graduation from Harvard. Super proud of her. She's the smarter one for sure in the family. We were able to celebrate with her, but I'm so glad to be back to see your faces here. And we have a lot to cover today, so let's get started. Today we have special guests, we'll say, or agents who have hit their slingshot promotion, Andrea Adams and Brock Tinsley. They are rising stars and they're consistent buying leads and closing business, and we're going to celebrate them and learn a little bit more about them today. So stay tuned. And this is our leadership team. So we have agencies of Frank Brenes, Bo Hirschfield, Stefan Brenes, Sean and Amanda Kim, Landry Peterson, Jericho and Gina Del Rosario, Drake Stratton. And key leaders, we have Kat Cusick, Jessica Jackson, Annabelle Hazelton, Nora Fermento, Jason Powers. And team leaders, we have Ashton Hart, Tanner Redding, Gloria Mendoza, Rose Vincent, and Veronica Sanchez. Impact and Income Challenge. This is exciting because corporate just announced this new contest. So there's 3 different categories we can win this. 1, direct agency growth. So if our direct agency, 130 Kim Master Agency, has a certain percentage of growth, then we have a chance to win a lunch with our keynote speaker, Ed Milet, who's going to be the guest speaker at the Engage conference in Denver in September, and the ability to bring 5 top performers. So the leaders and top producers, we want to invite you guys there for that, and a lake house experience with the founders. That's going to be pretty cool. So you get to spend time with the founders at the Symmetry Lake House in North Carolina. So how do you win that? It's based on the direct agency's weekly average submit, 3+ out of the 16 weeks leading up to Engage. So it's starting already May 30th. So it just started a few days ago. And direct agency Make-A-Wish fundraising. You know, Symmetry gives a lot of donations to the nonprofit organizations that we believe in. Make-A-Wish Foundation is for children who have terminal or chronic illness and they don't have funds to experience maybe their dream vacation or meet a celebrity, whatever they want to experience, we actually grant their wishes. And the direct agency that raised the most dollars for Make-A-Wish wins a lake house experience with the founders too, which will be an incredibly meaningful fundraiser, and it will be an incredible experience for our agents. And agent production tiers, you can win $200 to $1,000 lead credit each month and produce between $2,500 to $40,000 in a week. Every week is a fresh chance to win a spot on the monthly prize wheel, and that gets announced on the stage at Engage Conference. So I would love to see agents participate in this amazing event. And then, Frank, you're doing the weekly orientation meeting, right? Let's see. I saw him earlier. Yeah. So weekly orientation meeting. This is for new agents who wants to learn about the different Symmetry platforms and how to really jumpstart your business. You're more than welcome to join every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then business development session. This is done by Frank every Tuesday, and he teaches on different things, how to really grow your business, especially on the building side. He focuses on helping you how to recruit agents and also build an agency. And Friday, Reset and Reflect. Baby, you want to talk about it?
Yes, absolutely. So Friday, Reset and Reflect is a space where we slow down, we reconnect, we end the week on a positive note. Kanye and I co-host this call every Friday. Here are the times available. We reflect, we encourage one another, and I'd hope to see more of you on this call.
Awesome. And then maybe we can go over this real quick, Landry. Some of the calls that agents can jump on, and it's really productive and informational.
Yeah, just again, three of the best calls of the week from around the whole company. So put these in your calendar. My personal favorite's the Getting Unstuck call. If any of you guys were on 2 Mondays ago with Brian Delaney, you could see why. He always is extremely motivating and fun to listen to. So put them in your calendar.
Awesome. And Drake, maybe you can go over the weekly calendar and what the agents should be expecting to grow their business.
Yeah, this is just a calendar that's a big collective of all the calls that you can hop on to learn and grow from. And so it's encouraged that you talk to your upline, your agency owner, see which calls to prioritize just because there's so many. So that way, you're not taking too much time away from dialing time and doing money making activities. And then just some key reminders what successful agents do. They're buying leads weekly, active in the dial room, attending weekly trainings, and go to conference. And then key reminders for just your standard for your appointments for the week for full-time agents, 12 to 15 appointments weekly, and 6 to 8 appointments weekly for part-time agents. And then just some other reminders. If you see this on Engage Line, all of these are clickable links. So you can just click on them. It'll take you directly to the Zoom room. And then just make sure that you're plugging in, that you're not just showing up and just, sitting and not really paying attention and just acting like you know, did your due diligence on actually plugging in. Make sure that you're taking notes, that you're applying it to your business and thinking about ways that you can actually apply it and, talk to your upline if you have anything that you have questions on to make sure that you're getting the most out of the information that you're taking in.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Drake. And this is super exciting. We have heard the agents. Agents have spoken that they want to do a 3-day blitz again. We did how much? 60 or 70,000 in just of those 3 days that we did. And we have some agents who actively participated in that. Andrea, actually, one of the agents we're going to be highlighting today, she was on there from morning to evening, and she absolutely crushed it. So I see that it's not just a fluke. I see a lot of agents who are plugging in on a daily basis and do the activity, and you see them really becoming successful in this business. So how does this work? 3-day blitz starts from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. It's on the sfgdojo.com, and you can come in, participate. Every time you set up an appointment, every time you close a business, we're going to track the APV, the number of appointments you have set, the number of applications that you have written, and also how long you have participated in the dojo for the blitz, and you can win different prizes. One of the most exciting prizes is the 2026 Symmetry Engage Conference tickets. That is a big deal. Usually it's $300 and it's only $220, but you can get a free ticket for that. There's Kim Agency swag bag, water tumblers, lead credit, which is always great, and other gifts too. So would love to see agents participate in that.
And this starts tomorrow.
Yeah, this starts tomorrow. This is starting tomorrow. So I would love to see you guys on the dojo early in the morning, and we're going to get this going and help you take your business to the next level. Who is excited for this? Show some love on the chat. Throw some one up. And let's build this up together. All right. And Engage Conference. The dates are September 23rd to the 25th, and it's in Denver, Colorado. And we have a special keynote speaker, Ed Milet. He's an author, podcast host, and coach, and one of the most well-known YouTuber right now for the personal development and doing podcasts and interviews. And he has a book called Power of One More, which is an incredible book. I think, Amanda, you were reading that. And usually when we have a keynote speaker, this is an event that will be selling out the whole thing because people love Ed Milet. Incredible speaker. So just for this itself, conference is worth it. But then you get breakout rooms and all the other things on top of that. So this is going to be a home run. How do you register? So let's go over that real quick. First, this is the itinerary for the event. Day 1, you're going to come in, check in, and get settled. And day 2, there's a general session, lunch with the founders. That's actually with Ed Milet too. You saw that there is a contest going on. and general session PM. And right after that, we're going to have our Kim Master Agency Kimmy's award ceremony. And we're going to be handing out trophies, and we're going to have a live music, a food on the rooftop deck, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And then day 3, there's breakout sessions, and it's an incredible chance for you to learn from the best people who are producing $50,000, $100,000 of business a month. They're going to be teaching different classes. So you want to make sure you're there, and there is an after party afterwards, a theme party. So, and agents who've been there, you know, there's no way you can just experiencing just from remotely. You have to be there physically, in person, for you to actually experience it for yourself. Okay? And if you're in the Brennis Master Agency, so that includes Stefan Brennis, Bo Hirschfield, and Frank Brennis Agency Base Shop, and you can use the Brennis 0311. This is the discount code, and you can go to sfgengage.com to register for your tickets at a discounted price. And if you're outside of the Brennis Agency and the Kim Agency and Peterson Agency and also a Stratton Agency, and Del Rosario Agency, and then you can use this QR code, and you can do the Kim 0415 to get the discount from $299 to $219. And these are different exclusive experiences, symmetry trips that you can win. Los Cabos, Quebec City, Costa Rica, South Carolina, Reykjavik, Iceland, you name it. You're traveling all around the world at Carrier's Dimes. And elite training with Sieun Kim. So this is going to resume starting this Friday. It is 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. We help you learn different products that we offer. And we also show different illustrations like IULs and annuities. So plug into that. And right after that, we do a case prep class, which if you bring your clients' information, their health info, their age, then we'll help you prep the best options for the clients that fits them. And Dial Room Bingo, key leader, Jessica Jackson, would you be able to go over this for us?
Absolutely. So Dial Room Bingo, we get together Saturday mornings for about 2 hours. I have a little bingo card I created, and you just dial through your leads, check off things on the bingo card as they happen. Things like client has a history of diabetes, I'm not interested in this, things like that, to learn how to overcome your objections. So there's a lot of good training that goes on in there as well. We just have some fun with it. About 2 hours. Most of us are in there. Most of the people that you see on the leaderboards are in there every single week because we front load our weeks to make sure that we set ourselves up for success. Saturday mornings are golden hours for dialing an appointment setting. So I highly recommend, if you have not joined us, come join us on Saturday. It's fun. Short-term sacrifices. Sacrifice a couple hours on your Saturday to set yourself up for a really good week.
Yeah, and I've seen every time, Jessica, you do one of these bingos, next few days you're just filled with appointments and you're closing business. So I think it definitely makes a huge difference.
So let's spin the wheel from last week.
Okay,
and then we'll spin the wheel
let's
from
do
this
that.
week.
So that means I'm going to spin the wheel real quick, and then we're going to get to Brock, because Brock, I think he's on his way to something important. So we're going to go ahead and get this done and highlight Brock as one of the newest agents, got promoted with Slingshot. So we have Jessica, Kat, Alima, Omar, Ryan H. Gotta make sure we have the last name initial, Andrea, Galeazzo. Okay, perfect.
So this is for a $15 Amazon gift card, and this is last week.
Yeah, so this is for the last week, for Memorial Day weekend, okay? So let's go ahead and shuffle and spin it. All right, wow, Ryan. Man.
Ryan's stacking up these gift cards for his wife.
She loves them.
His wife cheering
She
in the
loves you
background
guys.
already.
Ryan, do you have a relationship with the Wheel of Names? Because I'm telling you, he wins it all the time.
I should now.
Okay, and then this is for
awesome.
Saturday.
Yeah, this is for this just past Saturday. Stefan Brennis, Charles Malone, Omar, Lucas, Drake, Constance, Ryan, Kurt. Oh, that said Kurt and Gale. A lot of these agents you see on this list, they're the ones that are on the leaderboard too. So that should tell you a lot. Let's see. Oh, wow, look at that. Kurt Stiffel. All right, congrats, Kurt. We'll get that gift card sent out to you. All right. And all right. I'm very excited that Landry's going to be interviewing Brock. I see Brock. He's very consistent, persistent. And Landry, would you be able to highlight Brock for us?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Congrats to Brock hitting the slingshot. For those of you that don't know Brock, I'd love for you to maybe just introduce yourself. How long have you been with Symmetry? What were you doing before Symmetry? Let's start there.
Yeah, thanks for having me on today. I feel like it's crazy that I got the 85 promotion. That's huge. I'm super thankful for that. So just wanted to say thanks for spotlighting me today. Initially, before I got started with Symmetry, I was just graduating from Coastal Carolina University in 2024. Started working at Mutual of Omaha, doing pretty much the same thing, still selling life insurance. And then at the end of 2024, decided to leave Mutual of Omaha. Just felt like I would rather do it on my own. I didn't really enjoy the environment that I was in with the people around me. I just wanted to do it on my own. And Symmetry seemed like a much better place because you could reach out to leads rather than rely on your warm market. So that had a lot to do with why I wanted to come to Symmetry, and then was planning on coming to Symmetry to hit the ground running at the beginning of 2025. Started with all bonus leads like everyone, and had surprisingly hit the wall. At least to me, it was a surprise. I was struggling to figure out how to make closes all of the entire year, just dealing with things like call reluctancy, trying to figure out how to get people to hold appointments, and I was just doing all of it completely on my own. Throughout the entire year, I made about 12,500 dials to all bonus leads. I don't think any of them were better than call-in D lead, I think was the best quality lead that I had. So the problem was I was doing all of it completely on my own. I felt like I had to learn it by myself. Eventually, Landry's brother Crew had reached out to me, just sent me a text and said, hey, it's been a little bit, wanted to just check in on you, see how you're doing. And I realized that I better just text him back. I've never wanted to accept the help before, but I was like, I'm struggling. I need, something, might as well try something new. And then Crew had gotten me connected with Landry, and up until I started working with Landry and Crew and Drake and a lot more of the team, the guys on this, the people on this call right now, it was really challenging. And I realized shortly after I started listening for some advice and trying to learn again is when it got a lot easier. So that's kind of my background up to today, I would say. And yeah, just before was at college, just on the usual path, I think, but it's kind of a background for me.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I mean, you talked about doing bonus leads for a year.
Mhm.
It's a long time. What made the change, and like what made you change the path, and what's your current lead order been over the
Yeah.
past few months?
So initially was doing bonus leads. I wasn't purchasing them very consistently. I would say I was buying them, once every 2 or 3 weeks. And throughout that whole year, I had made 3 sales. 2 other ones that weren't issued, but on 12,500 dials and 5 submit applications, that it doesn't work. Obviously found that I had to try something else. And when I talked to Crew for the first time, he was just, I was walking him through everything that I was doing, felt like I was on a good path. And he's like, honestly, I feel like you've gotten in your paces with the bonus leads. Might as well just try switching to the A leads, maybe. Just give it a shot. You've gotten your reps in, see if that helps a little bit more. So I have switched to A leads. Back in January, I started Digital Lighthouse A leads. And since then, I started getting just 10 leads a week, trying to just, work my way into it, not being too certain how well it would work out. And then the difference in lead and the help that I've been getting has changed the whole scope of this completely. And now I'm getting 15 A leads a week. And then starting tomorrow, because it has been going a lot better, I'm upping that to 30 A leads a week. I'm not entirely sure what the new purchase price is going to be as my contract level just went up, but what it has been is it was $522 a week in investments, and now it's I guess it'll be somewhere around 1,044 a week in investments. And consistently getting that every single week. I'm never taking a week off of that now. So that's where I'm at.
That's exciting. It sounds like you got something planned later this year, right?
Definitely got a wedding in December, so I'm definitely excited for that. Got to make sure that
Yeah.
all the money's there for it too.
Awesome. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, 30 A leads. So I know there's going to be some more slingshots with that. Um, I know you have to go. Last thing is, if you could share something you maybe wish you knew right when you started or something to give to brand new agents on the call.
Definitely. I feel like when I got started, I was very in a mindset of I had to do it on my own. I was just too prideful, I think, in wishing that, I could, once I did find the success, that I could say I did it all by myself. And, I had gone through so many ups and downs with this. It's such an emotional roller coaster with this job. And what I wish I had known was that the hard part of this is letting someone else critique you and telling you what you're doing wrong. What I would definitely recommend to other people, and I know this is a hard thing, it can sound like a challenging thing to do, at least it was for me, is to go and just talk to your upline, tell them where you're running into issues consistently, and they're going to help you, right? I can say to anybody that's new on this call, I expected to get so much more judgment when I initially reached out. And I thought that people would say, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. And it wasn't like that. The team is very kind. I felt like, they never asked me to do anything I didn't want to do. They were just willing to answer the questions that I had and then put me on a path that's going to help me be successful, since we all do have the same goal here. So I wish that I had that perspective and I understood that earlier. And, if I did, I would have saved myself a lot of time and made a lot more money in the long run. So that'd be my advice is go talk to your upline if you're running into consistent problems or not where you want to be.
Awesome. Well, thanks. Last thing, what's your goal moving forward? Or is it an income goal or do you have a specific goal?
Yeah, I would say, at first when I got started with Symmetry, I didn't know exactly what path I'd want to be on, how long I'd want to be on the production side, or if I'd even want to start scaling. My goal right now, as I feel like I've seen a lot of struggle in growing my sales ability over the last year and a half, my goal is to become as incredible at selling and convincing others as I possibly can be. It's As far as an income goal, I'm more focused on how many leads can I turn into an application out of the 30 that I'm getting. Since the price will change, I'm not too concerned about, specifically this month I need this much. It's more so that I'm hoping to make 5 sales a week on 30 leads. So that's as far as the income goal goes. And then my business goal overall is to just have a positive impact on the people that I'm interacting with and giving them a certainty that their portfolio is secure. I feel like I had spent a lot of time being stressed about a meeting that ended where they already had $1 million of coverage. They've had it their whole life. And I just wish that I could have made a close for my own self. And I had to learn, like, what am I really doing it for then? Because if it's only about the money, then there's a lot of other things that I could try. And if it's really about having a positive impact on these people, they might not need the coverage. And that just helps me feel a lot better leading the meeting, knowing that I actually tried to help this person rather than just make a sale for myself. So I think just my goal of being able to identify who really does versus doesn't need the protection, and then doing everything that I can to give it to them if it's something for them, to help them feel certain that they're all secure. So that's my goal, is to just improve that ability.
Awesome.
Wow.
Well, congrats again, and we'll let you go. And
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Got another meeting here in 4 minutes.
Yeah, Brock, just
Yeah.
wanted to say, man, just so proud of you, man. And I mean, how old are you again?
I'm 24.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I started this business when I was 25, didn't know a thing what I was doing, made so much mistake just like you. And just your tenacity and perseverance, I feel like you're going to do big things here, man. So looking forward to it. And would love to see you on a Blitz, man. Let's blow it up and help you get to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys all for so much, all for the support that you've given me. Landry, Drake, Sean, everybody, even Amanda. I see commenting on my, any post in Engage line. I always see, and I'm like, let's go. So,
Yeah,
thank you
awesome.
guys so much.
Yeah, all right. Have a good
All right.
day. Okay. All right, awesome. Thanks, Landry, for a great interview. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to just going over all the numbers. We have quite a lot of slides actually, because of the last 2 weeks. So let's go over it real quick. Newly onboarded agents of the week. So, wow. Mr. Frank Brennan, look at this.
Let's go.
Last week of May had 5 new agents join the Brenes Agency Base Shop. We have Esperanza Pacheco. We know Esperanza. Welcome back. Alexis Magana. Oh, I know Alexis too. And Carlos Huertas, who's on the call here, direct to Frank. And Alexis Hollins and Abraham Jamero, direct to Jessica Jackson. All welcome. And the Hirsch Agency, we have Caitlin Reagan, and Andrew Scott, direct to Bo Hirschfield himself. And then we have Stratton Agency, Brooke Ann Fickle, and Justin McCoy, both direct to Thomas Proust. Thomas is recruiting heavy. And then Kim Agency, we have Amanda Kim. I think her license, she just renewed it, so it's showing there. And Get a Life Agency, Irene Covarrubias. And actually, we know Irene. She's a CPA. I'm so glad to see her back. Welcome back, direct to Stefan Brenes. And newly onboarded agents of the week for week 1 of June. So we have Brenes Agency, 4 recruits, Boris Cox, Tyrese Gray, and Gianni Restucia, who are all direct to Jorge Medina, the honey badger, we call him. And then we have Francisco Bentivoglio.
Francesco, he's Italian. They're Italians, man.
Francesco Bentivoglio. Direct to Gale Bentivoglio. Is that Gale's brother?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean the beautiful part about the business is, you get others to believe in this, and then it just takes 1 or 2 of them, and that's what we're working on now with the entire team. Jessica's just crushing it. Jorge, Kat, I mean, just people just hey, look, we're doing this. You got to check it out. So it's not necessarily you're out, having to run millions of ads. The people that you have, and you're making a little bit of success and money, that's it. That's all you need. And just invite them over. Warm market to cold to warm, cold to warm. So keep going.
Warm market is a lot more stickier, Frank.
Stickiest.
Ready, right?
The best.
Stickiest. And Stratton Agency, David Turnbow, direct to Drake Stratton. Welcome to the team. First time writers of the week. Oh, I love seeing this many agents. This is all new agents who wrote their first application. We have Carlos Huertas and Abraham Jamero, Julio Torres, Caitlin Reagan, Joreen Gaynor, and Andrew Scott. All wrote their first application, first time writers. And what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel for that. And we're going to also do a separate wheel for the first time writers for this week. We have Zach McNamara and Christopher Chow. Congratulations on your first applications.
And you wanted to add Memorial Day too, the 25th?
Oh no, this is for the first time writers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is not Weekend Warriors yet. No, the one that you just took a picture of. You didn't take a picture of it?
No, this one right here.
Yeah, there you go. Carlos Huertas, Abraham, and Julio, Caitlin, Joreen, and Andrew Scott. So let's see who is the winner of the last week's first-time writers. Oh, that's close. Joreen. Yeah, congratulations.
$50 lead.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and send that $50 lead credit to you into your lead stream, and you can use it to purchase leads right away. And the other one is Zach and Christopher. It's a 50-50 chance.
50-50. Come on, baby.
Zach. All right, Zach.
Doesn't get much better.
Oh, Zach, it is you, man. Yeah. Speaking into existence. Congratulations on your $50 lead credit. We'll go ahead and get that deposited sometime today. It takes about 24 hours to show up on your lead stream, but congratulations, man.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. So all of the new agents who have not written your first application, go ahead and write your first app, and we'll see you on the wheel next week. So this is the rules. you write your first app and make sure you put it into opt. That's very important. If you just write it through the carrier e-app, but you don't put it into the opt system, then it doesn't count. So make sure you talk to your upline or your agency owner, and they'll help you make sure it counts for that. And let's go over the top agents of the day. And I'm going to make this pretty quick since there is a lot of agents today. We have May 18th, Brock Tinsley, Molly Salas, Rose Vincent, Gale Bentivoglio, and number 1 was Stefan Brennis with 2163. May 19th, we have Gretchen Trapp, Jessica Jackson, Patrick Roy, Jorge Medina, and Rose Vincent with 1800. May 20th, we have Patrick Roy again, Jessica Jackson again, Stefan Brennis, Joseph Compton, and Jorge Medina, 4483. May 21st, we have Gale Bentivoglio, Caitlin Crawford, Chris Trila, Spencer Hutchins, and Irene Covarrubias, 6100. I think that might be an annuity. She's a CPA that writes a lot of annuities. And May 22nd, we have Drake Stratton, Veronica Sanchez, Millie Stewart, Bo Hirschfield, and number 1, leading from the front, Stefan Brennis, 8,248 APV in a day. And May 26th, we have Thomas Prowse, Patrick Roy, Jessica Jackson, Gale Bentivoglio, and key leader Kat Cusick, 6,000 APV. And May 27th, we have Bo Hirschfield, Drake Stratton, Rose Vincent, Stefan Brennis, and number 1 was Millie Stewart with 7,225. It's a great day. May 28th, we have Ryan Hilliard, Veronica Barnett, Drake Stratton, Chris Trila, and Stefan Brennis with 3,235. And May 29th, Kanyan Ojo, Gale Bentivoglio, Chris Trila, Thomas Prowse, and Bo Hirschfield was number 1 with 3,934. Let's go over the Weekend Warriors. Weekend Warriors, May 23rd. So this was Memorial Day weekend. Molly Salas, Jessica Jackson, Chris Trila, Stefan Brennis, and Jorge Medina, 3,855. And then Ryan McNamara, 1,357 APV. He was the only one writing business on that day. Weekend Warriors. And usually Mondays don't count as a Weekend Warrior, but it was a Memorial Day holiday. So we actually included these people who wrote business on a Memorial Day week, Memorial Day. We're going to go ahead and also include them on the spin. So we have May 25th, Caitlin Crawford, Jorge Medina, Thompson Walker, Brad Aubrey, and Veronica Barnett with 4,440 APV. And May 30th, we have Charles Malone and Thomas Prowse were the agents that wrote business this past weekend on May 30th. And May 31st, Chris Trila was the agent, 2,207 APV yesterday on a Sunday. So congratulations, guys. And then Weekend Warrior spin the wheel. So we're going to spin the wheel for the last week, the week prior on the Memorial Day weekend, and then we're going to spin again for this past weekend. So agents who write at least one application, you get a chance to win lead credit. So we have... Is this the... Okay, perfect. Stefan, Chris. Oh, I gotta spell it right. Chris, Jessica, and then Molly. Okay, and then we have Ryan. Okay, perfect. Veronica, Brad, Aubrey, Thompson, Jorge, Caitlin. Okay, I want to make sure I don't butcher her name. Caitlin, perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle and spin the wheel for
last week.
Week before last week, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, Jorge had a double chance and he did win it. Wow. So, Jorge, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it pays off to pay right business on the weekends. Awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for this just past weekend. So we have Charles Marlone, we have Thomas Prowse, and Chris Trela. 33% chance. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna reshare the screen because it said it's not sharing anymore. So let me make sure. Yeah, you guys can see it now. So Charles Malone, Weekend Warrior, $50 lead credit. We'll go ahead and get that deposited into your lead stream. Congratulations. All right. And let's go over some base shop numbers real quick. Mr. Jericho de Rosario, you want to go over it real quick? So this is for May week 4 and June week 1.
Sure. Let's focus on my. Okay, for week 4, May 26, one application, 2,500 with agent Magnus Echendu. And for week 1, we have June 2026, one application with 7 apps total. And that is with Veronica. Wow, this is amazing. Veronica Barnett, congratulations with total of APV $5,819. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. And then Peterson Agency, Landry?
Yeah, for week 4 of May, we had Brock Tinsley with 284, Spencer Hutchings with 2978, and Andrea Adams with 7706 and 3 apps. And then so far this week, we have, well, I guess because that's last week up to last Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We have Austin Klaus with 945 and Brad Aubrey with 1662. I'm looking forward to getting back on the board with the Blitz. I was able to take my kids to Disneyland for 3 days last week.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. And Stratton Agency.
Yeah, so for the last week of May, we got Deanna Brathwaite with 1327, 2 apps. Myself with 1 app, 2200, and Joseph Compton with 3389 with 1 app. And then for first week of June, we got Ryan Cronin, 300 with 1 app. Bernard Brathwaite with 402, 1 app. Myself, 5,437 with 4 apps. And Thomas Prowse, 4 apps, 4,461. So good weeks.
And Get a Life Agency, Stephen Brennis.
Hey, what's up, guys? All right, okay. So week 4, 3 riders, 20,337 APV. We got Julio Torres, first-time rider. Irene, welcome back. Myself. And then first week here, we got myself and then Christopher Chow for a total of 10,869. Let's pick it up, team. Let's go.
All right. And the Brennis Agency, Frank?
All right, second to Hirschfield again. What? We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. All right, week 4 of May 2026. We have 8 unique riders, 18 applications, 24,819. We got Carlos Huerta as new rider and Abraham Jamero, new rider. We also have Chuck Aguilar, welcome back, 1906. Millie Stewart, 2704. Gala Bentivoglio, 2780. Jessica Jackson, 3,577. Yours truly, 5,971. Jorge Medina, 7,075. And then for the first week of June, can you believe we're already in June?
Yeah.
That is insane. All right, so we have 28,382 with 10 unique riders, 17 applications. Zach McNamara, 209. Wait, we're speaking into that. It's going to be 2,000 here soon. Paul Favors, 228. Congratulations. And 2 new riders there, so congratulations, team. Kanyan, 654. Ryan Hilliard is back, 898. Ryan McNamara leading from the front there with his brother, 1357. Congratulations. Gala Bentivoglio, 2,573. Jessica Jackson leading from the front. Man, she's growing. 3,157. We're pushing for AO, baby. Let's go. Jorge Medina, 4,908. Kat Kusick, 6,945. And Millie Stewart, number one at 7,447. Congratulations, team. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Wow. Great leaderboard. And Hirsch Agency, we're going to go over there real quick. So we have week 4, 25,159, 12 unique writers, 25 total applications. Joreen Gaynor, Andrew Scott, Kayleen Reagan, Gretchen Trapp, Erica Laughlin, Jerry Latacuente, Molly Salas, Patrick Roy, Caitlin Crawford, Rose Vincent, Chris Trilla, and Bo Hirschfield. And week 1 of June, we have 22,124, 8 unique writers, 17 apps. Kaylin Crawford, Erica Laughlin, Thompson Walker, Patrick Roy, Molly Salas, Rose Vincent, Bo Hirschfield, and Chris Trilla. Great job. And top 10 APV producers, we have Caitlin Crawford, Jessica Jackson, Rose Vincent, Chris Trilla, Bo Hirschfield. And top 5, Frank Brennis, Irene Crova-Rubius, Jorge Medina, Andrea Adams, and Stefan Brennis was the number 1 agent with 14,113. And this is just this past week. We have Rose Vincent, Thomas Prouse, Jorge Medina, Bo Hirschfield, Drake Stratton, Veronica Barnett, Kat Kusick, Millicent Stewart, Chris Trilla, and number 1 was Stefan Brennis with 14,113. And top app count, Spencer Hutchins, 2 apps, Millie Stewart, Caitlin Crawford, Jessica Jackson, Rose Vincent, Andrea Adams with 3 apps, Chris Trilla with 4 apps, Bo Hirschfield with 5 apps, Jorge Medina with 6 apps, and Stefan Brennis with 7 applications. And just this past week, we have Jorge Medina, Bo Hirschfield, Kat Kusick with 2 apps, Jessica Jackson, Millie Stewart with 3 apps, Drake Stratton, 4 apps, Thomas Prouse, 4 apps, Veronica Barnett, 7 apps, Chris Trilla, 8 apps, and number 1 was Stefan Brennis with 11 applications, number 1 app count. And top agency builders category, we have Stefan Brennis, 20,337 with 9 apps. Frank Brennis, 24,819 with 18 apps. And number 1 agency base shop was Bo Hirschfield with 25,000 with 25 application. And key leader number 1 was Jessica Jackson, 4,207 with 4 apps. And team leaders, Rose Vincent, 3,654 with 3 apps. And this is just this past week. We have Stefan Brennis, 10,869 with 12 apps. Bo Hirschfield with 22,124 with 17 apps. And Frank Brennis with 28,382 with 17 application. Number 1 key leader with Kat Kusick, 7,600. And team leader was Rose Vincent with 3,403. I know, it's a lot. And then these are the top 20 producers for May. So let me just go over the top 10 real quick. Andrea Adams, Gala Bentivoglio, Drake Stratton, Jessica Jackson, Landry Peterson, Jorge Medina, Thomas Prouse, Chris Trilla, Stefan Brennis, and number 1 agent for May was Bo Hirschfield with 52,000 APV. Great job, everyone. Way to have an amazing May. And this is just the May submit. So top 3, Drake Stratton with 67,851. Frank Brennis, 114,634. Bo Hirschfield, 120,912. When a base shop does more than 100,000, that is a big deal. So great job. And then key leaders, we have number 1 was Jessica Jackson with 22,618. And team leader submit, we have Rose Vincent with 7,057. Congratulations to you all. And this is just the 2026 top 25 producers for the year. So if you see, top 5, we have Landry Peterson past that 100,000 mark. Ryan Hilliard barely beating him, 104,204. Chris Trilla, 156,000. Stefan Brennis, 215,900. And Bo Hirschfield leading the master agency with 228,119 for the year. Congrats. Now, this is the part I was waiting for. We have Andrea Adams. She's a rising star. Just love her work ethic and tenacity, and really excited for Landry to highlight her and interview her today. So let me unshare my screen. We have, let's see, Do we have Andrea on the call here?
Yes, I'm here, guys.
Awesome. All right, let me make you a spotlight. Yeah, welcome, Andrea. Landry.
Hi.
Yeah, yeah. Excited to talk with Andrea, and she hit her 85 slingshot. I can't officially announce it yet, but I'm pretty sure she hit the next one that just with the month that just ended yesterday
Wow.
as well. So that's exciting. But yeah, Andrea, I'd love for you to kind of start with sharing your background and what you've done before this, which I think is pretty unique. Um, but yeah, just introduce yourself, share a little bit about your background.
Yeah, hi everybody. I started out in sales and hospitality and then also in the entertainment industry. I still kind of work one of those jobs. So um, that's pretty much my background.
And you have how many children?
I have three kids. They're all boys. So yeah.
Boy, mom. Awesome. And yeah, when did you start with Symmetry? And I think it's always good to hear like what was the change that happened that really changed the momentum for you?
I started like at the end of January. Um, I think what changed for me is just recently I've been more honed in on like breaking everything down into digestible chunks. I'm known to be very tenacious and just go after it and try to take everything head on. But I learned early on that I wasn't going to be as successful as I wanted to be if I did it that way. So just, I guess over the last couple of months, I've been focused on just breaking everything down.
Awesome. Yeah, as far as like your lead strategy, what are you doing right now currently, or I guess for the month of the slingshot that you hit?
So I kind of I want to just be transparent. I started out with the leads. I kind of wasn't doing my best. I kind of jumped to different lead vendors. So for 2 months, I was kind of doing other lead situations, and then I came back. And so now my primary focus has been just a mix of different leads, like bonus leads, A leads. I started out, I think I spent my first couple of weeks was around like $400 a week on leads. Um, and then I spent a lot more money with other lead vendors. And then I came back and now I'm increasing my lead spend. So last week I got like 48 leads. It was a mix of like A leads and bonus leads. And then prior to that, that week I did like 30 leads, same thing, mixed. So I haven't really been saying, oh, I only want to spend X amount of dollars on leads. I just kind of spend what I feel like I need. And I don't really put a limit on myself when it comes to that.
Yeah, when you say A leads, what's your go-to type of A lead?
Well, I haven't been seeing any mail-in A leads, which I like the mail-in leads a lot. I actually closed a mail-in bonus lead. It was like a D lead or a G lead for 1,200 and something dollars place. So those leads are really good. It's just a matter of, getting them on the line. But I right now I'm going towards like CIA leads.
Okay. Yeah. With you also had that Corbridge policy. It was like f over 5,000 APV, and you said that was a bonus lead, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good return on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love for you to share like do you have like an income specific goal or just like a goal in general in this business? Like what's the what's motivating you moving forward?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my primary goal is not income driven, it's more so impact driven. I'm always putting at the center of my business, like, how am I going to impact families? How many families do I want to impact? So on a weekly basis, my goal right now is to impact 3 to 5 families. And that's been working out really well for me. So
That's awesome. That's a great way to put it. Last thing, what would be again advice for new agents or something maybe you wish you would have known when you started in January?
if I had known to just kind of take it slow, I probably wouldn't have rushed into everything the way that I did. So that would be my number one piece of advice is don't put too much on yourself. Just take your time, focus on one thing at a time and master that. That's been my primary focus now, is just, again, breaking it down into more digestible chunks so that I'm not just overwhelming myself and doing too much at once. And I found a lot of success with that. And I also just want to encourage new agents to just be positive. Like, there is so much growth that can happen if you train your mind to see the best in every situation, even when you're getting hung up on, even when people are saying, I don't remember this, I didn't do that, you're lying, you're a scammer, whatever. Be positive no matter what. Like, we're doing this to impact people's lives. And what I love about the business is that we definitely are going to impact their lives if we can get them into a policy. These are guaranteed investments for their life. So if we can remember that, stay encouraged, stay motivated, stay positive, and also don't set out and say, oh, I want to build this big wall, right? We have to lay each brick as perfectly as we can lay that one single brick. Once we focus on just that one little piece at a time, eventually you're going to look up and you're going to have that wall. So you have to break it down. You have to be positive. You have to focus on your mindset. And another thing that I've learned that I want to share is that you got to eat, guys. I know that I hustle through the day and I'm like tired and I have brain fog and I'm like, what's going on? And I realized I hadn't eaten. So I'm starting to keep snacks, apples, nuts, everything by my desk so that I can remember to eat, stay hydrated, drink your water. But most importantly, put the client's needs and their goals at the forefront of your business. Put the fact that you are able to help somebody, put them in a better situation, put their family in a better situation. And I guarantee you everything else will fall into place.
Awesome. That was amazing. To recap, I wrote a few notes, but focusing on one thing at a time, I think that's huge. It can be very overwhelming. We always talk about starting in this business is like drinking from a fire hose. But being positive, making clients' needs the priority, and don't forget to eat. I think me and Drake do that all the time. We're like, man, it's like 4 o'clock. I just realized I haven't eaten today. So love that. Love all the advice. Congratulations again on the slingshot. Again, that's the 85. Well, I think when the numbers come out, it'll show you're at 90%, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm just really excited for the future for you. So congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and yeah, Andrea, I just wanted to say that wow, when I see your work ethic, when we did the blitz last time, you were in the morning and to the evening, you and Thomas, you guys are muted and working nonstop. And I just love the work ethic, and we have agents here that always are hardworking, and I think that it's not something that is easily taught. So where do you feel like you learned that?
Wow. I think it's just something that I've always embodied, even as a child. I always wanted to outwork myself. I always wanted to do things that seem like so unrealistic. Like you can't do that. And I've always been the type of person to challenge that. So I think hard work and dedication and tenacity have just been a part of me. Like I finished all 4 years of high school in 2.5 while playing 4 sports, while being on committees, while being the captain of the academic decathlon, while taking college classes and going to summer school. Like I was that person. I've always been that person, and I still embody that. And I don't think it's like so esoteric. I don't think it's something that people, I'm just so special, I have it. No, I think we all have those qualities in us. We just have to believe. We have to tap in. We have to just know that we can do whatever it is that we want to do as long as we put our mind to it and we commit ourselves to it. So
Yeah, absolutely. And it was very impressionable when I saw you join the Engage line and you said climbing to the top. And that made, yeah, I was like, wow, I love that saying, climb to the top. And so I know that you said you're not income driven, but one of this amazing thing about this business is more impact you make, more income you make in this business. And I mean, we have some incredible female producers like Shaquina Cleveland. I think last month she did 100,000, right? So yeah, I feel like Andrea, your work ethic and your tenacity and everything, I feel like you'll get there pretty soon. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I feel like as long as you stay plugged in, you're the type of person that we could see on the stage.
Yeah.
Like, I love your energy. I love how you comment on the 60-day challenge, how you're constantly trying to motivate us.
Yeah.
Like, I really see big things for you. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Landry, for interviewing Andrea. And then, just a reminder, we have the Blitz starting tomorrow, guys. So let me make sure I share the screen. This starts tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So bring your leads. Purchase those leads. Bring it. I would say this 3 days that you plug in and focus, this can triple your income. Okay? And this can take your business to the next level. Sometimes you need to do something super uncomfortable to get to the next level. Right? If you always have done the same thing that you have always done, you are not going to see the change, right? For you to expect a different result by doing the same thing over and over again, that's called insanity, right? And Amanda, what was the saying last night? You said you're here for no reason.
There's no reason you're here for no reason.
Yeah. So you are here for a reason. We believe that. We believe in divine appointment. You're supposed to be here making a difference, making an impact, and can't wait to see how your life and your business changes. So see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, guys.
And happy birthday again to Sean yesterday.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, Sean, can you make me host or open the breakout rooms?
Yes, I'll open them. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.